Tell me when we're live.
Oh, you got it. I'm gonna hit refresh. I bet you're live already. I bet your bottom dollar.
Yep, we're live, I think.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Look at that nice tie.
Thank you. Nice tie. I got a gift. I'll have to
Wow.
show everybody today. Thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the weekly Facebook Live Intermediate School talking. We have the famous Erica Borman with us. And as promised, we're going to have a guest speaker as much as we can in the last several Mondays. So today is the fabulous nurse who waits on our students, 1,200 of them, on a daily basis. She does have some reminders. So I'm going to introduce you to Miss Leslie Plyler.
Hey, guest speaker or not, they made me come in. So just please make sure that all your medications for your students are picked up by May 30th at 2 p.m. That we cannot transfer medications for 6th graders going to 7th grade to the middle school. All of those have to be picked up, prescription and non-prescription, or they will be destroyed that following week. Also, please make sure that you know you have to get new doctor orders for all medications, prescriptions that students will take next year. So your medication orders do not transfer to next year. Whether they're staying in the intermediate school or moving to the middle school, you have to have new orders. You can find those on our website, or you can email me directly and I will get those for you. New rules from the Department of Health say that all incoming 5th graders must have 2 hepatitis A vaccines. That is brand new for us this year. So for the 2025-2026 school year, all incoming 5th graders must have 2 hepatitis A vaccines. If you have any questions, you can send your current 4th grade school nurse a message or me, either one. All 7th graders must have their TDAP updated. We have to have a copy of that. It's the South Carolina 4024 form. Make sure that you get that for us. They have to have a TDAP vaccine, that's TDAP, after the age of 10, and then we have to have that form brought to us or emailed to me. You will bring it or send it to me if it's before May 30th. Then after that, if your 7th grader obviously is going to the middle school, then you will need to send it to the middle school nurse. And finally, for the SC Ready testing, please make sure that all of your students are rested and well fed to take their tests. If your child appears ill, does not feel good, you do not think that they will make it through the day, please do not send them as it causes issues within getting kids in and out of the classroom during that important testing time. And I think that is all this special guest had today.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you.
Ms. Plyler, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. Before we get going, I wanted to be as open and as transparent as I humanly possibly can without violating anybody's particular individual rights. And we did have a teacher feel very faint and lightheaded today, so that's the reason we called the ambulance. It was recommended by Ms. Plyler to do so. She was taken to the hospital and she has returned home healthy, and so will probably take a day and just relax. But that was why the ambulance was here. It was for one of our adults in the school. And so I'll always update you anytime we have any of those type of emergencies. We just can't give names, of course, whether it's a student or an adult. Those are private and very close hold in terms of information. We don't want to violate any HIPAA rules, etc. So teacher's doing fine. All right. So she did talk about a few things. I'll review those at the end of this. So I wanted to dive in right to SC Ready. All right, as you know, testing begins this week. In fact, it begins tomorrow. The state gives very specific, strict guidelines in terms of the starting time and any interruptions when the start time of that test until the end of the completion time. And SC Readies don't have any completion time. Students can take as long as they want, and some do. There's a percentage of our kids that will take several hours to complete it. Our kids are ready. Our kids are smart. Our kids are well behaved, and they will do exceptionally well. We get the best teachers in the district, and our teachers have prepared them. What we want is get a good night's sleep, get up early, have a good breakfast, and then be ready to take it. I've talked to almost every class today. And so what was my guidance? Number one, take your time. If a student rushes through that, that could have implications for that student. Just take your time. At least a minute or two reading the question and then a minute for answering it. And then do the best you can. We don't want kids to do anything other than the best you can. This school should be the premier intermediate school of the state. Our school's scores last year were pretty good, but we don't go into the year thinking pretty good's what we want to achieve. We want to achieve excellence, and we want to be the best school in the state. And I think we are, and I think part of the requirements for being the best state is our kids' scores. And so I told them that today. And secondly, if a kid does take an hour and a half, and finishes before other students in the class take it, they will not disturb that class. If they disturb that class, they will be pulled immediately, and you'll get a phone call from me saying, come get your student, because they couldn't follow that simple directive. When they finish, they'll be quiet. They'll sit there. They can put their head on their desk, read, talk to the teacher in terms of if they have to go to the bathroom, but there will be no discussion. There'll be no pulling out papers and pencils, none of that. They're going to have to sit there and be quiet. And at some point, when we get down to small numbers, we move those kids out of those classrooms and get them to the library with assistant principal or instructional coaches, and they finish their tests. Because every student has the right to a quiet environment when we're taking this test. And so no one's going to take that right away or disturb that right in terms of if Johnny finishes in with an hour and Michael wants to take another hour or so, we have that right to protect that student's ability for a nice, safe environment. And we'll do that. So it begins tomorrow. It goes throughout this week and the next week, and then we have makeup dates, and we'll keep you up to date. But for tomorrow, I think it's math, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think, tomorrow is math.
Yep.
And then science, and then writing.
Yeah, math, science, and writing goes in that order.
Did I mention something else
Yeah.
about to write? So just one other thing, too. It's important, hello, everyone, that the kids are not supposed to have smartwatches on. Their cell phones should be off anyway in their bags, but they cannot have any kind of electronics. And you can find that policy on our website under current events, under SE Ready testing, if you have any other questions.
Good. Perfect. And our kids are ready, believe me. Our kids will do exceptionally well. We want them to do the best. All right, library books. We've been beating that down, and our parents have went through the house and found a lot of them. So we're much better shape than we were last week. I appreciate you parents. I appreciate the kids. Allison and the team have recovered quite a few books, and it saves us a lot of money. So thank you. They are due back tomorrow. So rummage through their bags, go through the house, and have that child return those books. But we have really made a great headway in turning in the books from last week, so I appreciate it. Have them check everything they can under the bed, in the cat bin, anything. Please find them and make sure you can return those books. So thank you, parents, for doing that. We really made a big dent of it last time. All right. This is Teacher Week as well. This is Teacher Appreciation Week. PTO started us off with a lunch today, so I appreciate the PTO. It was in the library, and our PTO also helped with lunch duty, so our teachers had a nice lunch. It was delicious, and a nice break from doing lunch duty. So thank you, our PTO, and I appreciate our teachers. I firmly believe we have some wonderful, wonderful teachers in this building. Tomorrow, Master O's is providing everybody a breakfast. And so that will happen on Tuesday. And then after that, we'll have other things for our kids and our parents and everybody to do. So you'll find out as each day goes by, so we appreciate it. Find out more about Teacher Appreciation Week when you go to our comments, like we always have, and then hit Teacher Appreciation Week, and you'll see all that. There'll be a link there to see what we're doing. And Miss Erica always does that in terms of having that ready available to see what we're doing during the average week. So thank you. So thank you, Miss Erica.
You are welcome, Mr. Miller.
Okay. All right. Chick-fil-A biscuit sale, Tuesday, May 13th. Bring your money, as you did last time. We sold a lot of them, and we sincerely appreciate that. Some people bought 2, 3 in a carload, and we love that because they went quick. But we'll have that the 13th of May. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm sorry. I know they're delicious, but once they're gone, they're gone. So I appreciated the last support. I just wanted to let you know, bring your money or your cash, please, on the 13th. We appreciate you. Our last dine out is May 16th, all day at Greek Grill. I love Greek Grill. And Handles in Redstone, and I know everybody's been to Handles as well. Final reminders, excuse me, selling ice cream this Friday, of course. Bring the exact change. Thank you, PTO, for the volunteers, Nicole and Carly. I mean, Amy, we just have a bunch of wonderful people that come in. And only 2 left, by the way. Yeah, only 2 left. Re-enrollment is for every single student. Don't forget that. In the LCSD system,
It's not open yet, though. Just
regardless of the grade. Yeah, just remember, every student's got to register.
It's not open.
And it's not open yet, but be aware when it comes. You'll see it pop up, or I'll inform you immediately, or I'll have Erica send out a message that registration is open. And then get a good night's sleep, have a good breakfast. Our kids are deserving to be the #1 kids in this state, and that's what I told them today. We're too smart. We don't go into anything hoping we place 4th or 5th. We should be and have to be the best in the state, and tomorrow's the start of it. And I told them after the testing week, we're going to have a lot of fun in our school and celebrate and really, really have a fun last week. So I promised them, as long as they took their time and tried their best, that's all I could ask for. I know Nurse Plyler talked to you a lot today about what's going on. All items from the nurse station's got to be picked up by the last day of school, May 30th. Please do that. The new self-carry medical permission forms are required for each school. So next year, make sure you turn that in. Keep that in mind. I know she talked about TDAP, right? After age 10, they'll be required for 7th graders. If yours isn't already turned in, please turn those in to ILMS. New law, now we have to have 2 hepatitis A vaccines for rising 5th graders. Documentation will be required, and so we can put that on file with Nurse Leslie. Excuse me for my cough. I want to thank all of you again. This is just the beginning of our testing week and next. I know our kids will do well. Please talk to them about taking their time and doing their best. Messages from mom and dad are always exceptional and support the school. I appreciate it. Miss Erica, do you have anything else?
That's it. The one thing, my advice for SC Ready testing is, even though it's warm outside, if your kid tends to get cold in class, make sure they have a sweater or jacket, because if they're too cold, it could be hard to focus.
Yep, good point. So they might want to bring a covering. Lastly, I wanted, if you can see, I think I got all 4 of them in there. Do I got them all 4 of them in there?
I think so.
Yeah. This was a gift from my assistant principals. I was panicking to try to tie a knot. I've had some help try to tie a knot, but this is what they gave me for Principal's Day. So I thought that was funny. I thought it's excellent. I am definitely going to wear it on the next big event we have. So I want to thank my APs for a wonderful gift. All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate Ms. Borman as always. You got anything, pick up the phone and call me. Call Ms. Borman, one of your APs, and we'll get the answers to you, whatever you guys need. Thank you, my Indian Land community.